get started, hit like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. Ding! Today, we have lots of surprises.
Well, thank you for that amazing introduction, Miraculous Girl, and thank you everyone for joining us again here on Exploring It All. So today, we are going to be taking a look at something a little bit different. I don't normally do because I don't have a lot of them, although I have been picking up a few here and there. But this is a 84mm Swiss Army knife. This one is a little bit rare. I've been researching it out and trying to find out the information on it, the dates and whatnot. And what this is this is the 84mm Electrician. It is a one-layer Swiss Army knife with a few unique tools. It is no longer produced. It is my understanding that this knife was made exclusively for Radio Shack, and the pictures they have in SAK Wiki it talks about it having Radio Shack on the scales, but they actually didn't have any pictures. I didn't see any pictures of any that actually said Radio Shack on the scale. It looked like this in the clamshell, but it didn't. Of course, you couldn't see the back side. So but usually they don't put the names on the back side like this. So I don't know if it had Radio Shack on it. Sorry, I keep trying to wipe off my fingerprints here as I handle it. I need to get some white gloves, I guess, to handle some of these. Anyway, I thought we would go ahead and, I kind of dated out some of the tools and I'll mention those, but let's take a look at that. Now, the first thing you'll notice is this, and this is true of some, not all, there are a few that do, it does not have the key ring. There's no key ring on this one. I have a few like that, and it's not that it has the cheaper scales or anything like that. It doesn't have the key rings. But we do have the tweezers, and these are your standard Victorinox tweezers. And then on the other side we have, again, our toothpick, standard Victorinox toothpick. On the bag scale, and these are both the tweezers are post 78 is when they went away with the aluminum heads, and they've pretty much been that plastic tip ever since. Next up, on the back scale, and this is our only back scale tool, we have a Phillips screwdriver. Now, the rounded Phillips screwdriver, without the can key, it's after 91. So that gives us a little bit of an idea on this. It's after 91. And the rounded one, I want to say, started in like 75 or something with the can key. Before that, it was always square. But like I said, this one doesn't have the can key, so we know that that is after 91. And that's the only tool on the back scale. And then on our front scale, we have our main blade. And based off the tang stamps on this, you have the Victorinox Switzerland stainless Rossfry, and the V on the Victorinox is larger than the rest of the words. And then on this side, you have the Officer Swiss. Pardon me, I'm going to wipe my fingerprint off of here again. You have the Officer Swiss on the other side, the flip side of the blade, and the cross is touching the crossbow. Now, I'm kind of assuming that the tang stamps the dating on them is the same as it is for the 93mm knives. So based off that, this is the tang stamp from 86 to 91. So you have a 91 Phillips and an 86 to 91 tang stamps, so that puts this knife at approximately 91. There's always some overlap with tang stamps and the tool dates, and SAK Wiki does not list dates on very many things. One thing I did find that was interesting is the Phillips screwdriver started in the 1950s, I believe. Anyway, then our final tool here is the electrician's blade. Now, one thing that was mentioned in SAK Wiki is that there are not very many 84mm knives that have the electrician's blade. Now, as you can see, this is like a sheep's foot, but instead of going straight across, there's a curve in here, and this particular cutout, that's what you're using for stripping wires, which is why they're calling this the electrician's blade. Now, you used to have this, or at least they did for some years, on your cap lift or bottle opener on the inside. They had this cut out. Not for, I want to say it was only like 5 years that they had that. I could be mistaken on that. But the cutout on that is what makes that electrician's blade, and you can kind of see it. And this is actually pretty sharp. You know, of course, I did not buy this new. It's not in production anymore. So that is the electrician's blade. Now, also in here, I did come across, I thought it was kind of interesting, and I'm going to put a steel shot picture of it in here. I came across, and sorry if the coloring is not good, a cutout specifically talking about how to use the electrician's blade. For stripping wire and whatnot. And I'll put a still shot of that in there. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. That's a look at the Victorinox 84mm Electrician. Like I said, I don't have a lot of 84mm, but then again, there's a wide variation, but there's not as many as you have in some of the other lineups of the Victorinox knives. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, and remember, be nice to each other.